Okay, IREAD is 15 days away, so about 2 weeks and 1 day away, okay? IREAD is an assessment that tests your reading skills, thus the name IREAD, okay? IREAD has 3 sections. The first section is about vocabulary, okay? So do you understand what words mean? Do you understand words that have more than one meaning and more than one spelling? An example would be the number 2 is different from I go to the store. It sounds the same, but it means different things. Okay, so the first section is vocabulary. The second section is looking at your ability to understand fiction or fake texts. Okay, so storybooks, fairy tales, things that can't happen in real life. Can you read them and understand them? You show that you understand those by highlighting evidence in the text and by selecting a correct multiple choice answer. The third section is nonfiction comprehension. So texts about true things in the world or real things and people that take place. And again, it's the same way. You'll highlight evidence and you'll select a correct multiple choice answer, okay? We are going to start what is called our IREAD boot camp, okay? So for the next time until you're taking IREAD, so for about a week and a half, we are going to be planning or preparing for IREAD, okay? So every day we're going to do a practice of the 3 sections, and you're going to independently complete a practice of the 3 sections, okay? This is your opportunity to ask questions, to get some of your nerves about the test gone, to get some of your curiosities, and to see what the test is going to look like and feel like, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start with our first practice of day 1. If you would please click on that activities light bulb on Seesaw, and it says IREAD extended practice day 1. And again, we're going to do each of the 3 sections together, and then you're going to do the 3 sections for practice during your independent work time. Okay? All right. So IREAD practice extended day 1. Go ahead and click on that add response. Okay. So you will see on slide 1, this is a vocabulary practice. You will notice that it says listen and follow along with your teacher. These questions will be read aloud to you. Down here, these questions will be read independently. On IREAD, there will be a section of the test where you listen to me say words and you find words that sound the same, okay? So we're going to practice that right now, and then we'll go over those correct answers, okay? So for slide 1, look right here where it says beginning sounds. Get your pen ready and you're going to write. Which word has the same beginning sound as knocking? Knocking. Circle the answer that matches your choice. Again, which word has the same beginning sound, that means at the beginning, as knocking? Knocking. Circle the answer that goes with your choice. Okay, let's move on to the second one. It says number 8. Again, beginning sounds. You're going to circle the correct choice. Which word has the same beginning sound as g? Graduate. Graduate. Circle the answer that goes with your choice. Which word has the same beginning sound as g? Graduate. Graduate. Okay. Let's move on over here to where it says number 9. Which word has the same ending sound as late? Late. Which word has the same ending sound as late? Late. Circle the answer that goes with your choice. Okay, let's look at number 10. It says, which word has the same ending sound as bore? Bore. Josh, I need you to go to the slide that we're on. You have not received directions on this very important test. We're on slide 1. Again, on number 10, which word has the same ending sound as bore? Bore. Circle the word that goes with your choice. Okay. Vowel sounds. This says these will be read independently. I cannot read these to you. You are going to complete the bottom section right now. IREAD is a timed test. You have a certain amount of time that you must complete the questions in. For these 3 questions, I will give you 3 minutes. Please complete these 3 questions about vowel sounds and homographs in the next 3 minutes. You may not work ahead. One minute. Okay, awesome. So that is what IREAD is going to feel like on the vocabulary section. If you get done early, you do just have to sit in silence, okay? Because the test is timed, you cannot move forward until the teacher has started and recorded that time according to the state of Indiana. So there is going to be some sitting and waiting. So we're going to practice getting used to that, okay? I'm going to ask now that you change colors. So if you were writing in the standard blue, go ahead and change to a different color. We're going to grade ourselves now, okay? If you got it right, you can put a check mark. If you got it wrong, I want you to circle the correct answer in a different color. I'm not grading this. This is just for practice, and using a different color is a great way for you to see what you need to continue practicing and focusing on for the remainder of the week. Okay, so change colors. Here are the correct answers. Which word has the same beginning sound as knocking? Name has the same beginning sound as knocking. That K is silent. Knocking, Name. Hear the n. Which word has the same beginning sound as g? Graduate. Graduate. Great has the same beginning sound as graduate. Any questions on those beginning sounds? Okay. Let's take a look at ending sounds. Which word has the same ending sound as late? Bat has the same ending sound as late. Bat, late. Which word has the same ending sound as bore? Bore. Pear has the same ending sound as bore. Okay, is that sound that we're listening for at the end. They will try to trick you. Notice bore starts with a B-O, boom starts with a B-O. They were hoping that you would not listen to the directions of ending sound. Don't get tricked on that, okay? Vowel sounds. This says circle the answer that has the same vowel sound as the underlined word. Our vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, and the sounds that they make. Home, O is the sound that we need to hear. Ghost has the same vowel sound as home. O, that long O. Hot sounds like ah. We're listening for O. Yell, yeah, L. We're listening for eh. Melt has the same vowel sound as yell. Is the sound that we hear. Choose the answer that works in both sentences correctly. We went swimming in the blank. There was a blank of oil under my dad's truck. Looking at your guys' screens, a lot of you chose two answers. It says choose the answer. That means there's only one. We went swimming in the lake. That makes sense. There was a lake of oil under my dad's truck. That does not make sense. We went swimming in the pool. That makes sense. There was a pool of oil under my dad's truck. That makes sense. A pool can be a small collection of water. Let's check spot just to be sure. We went swimming in the spot. Nope, that doesn't make sense. So the only one that makes sense in both is pool. That is the correct answer. Awesome. Okay, any questions about that vocabulary section? That's what IREAD will sound like. That's what the questions will look like. Any questions? Okay, let's look at slide 2. We're going to complete this one. It says independently. I want us to get to our fiction today, so we're going to work on this a little bit together as you're working. Yesterday, we went to see a blank. My mom bought me a tub of blank. I want you to notice that there is a number 1 right here. See this number 1? And then look down here. There is a number 1 as well, and there are answer choices going across. You're going to choose one word from that list, and then where there's a number 2, you're going to choose one word from that list. Okay? Go ahead and complete 1, 2, 3, and 4 right now, please. We're going to go over this in about 2 minutes. So read the sentences, put the word that makes the most sense. I'll give you 2 minutes. Go. 1 minute. Okay, let's take a look at these together. Again, I'd ask for you to use a different color than what you just wrote in. Okay, that's a great way for you to check your work and to see what you need to study. All right, when we do context clues, they work together to make sense. Okay, so we got to make sure that the two sentences match each other. Yesterday, we went to see a movie. We know that it is a movie because of our answer choice of popcorn for the second blank. Yesterday, we went to see a movie. My mom bought me a tub of popcorn. Okay. You might have gone to see a doctor, but when you go to a doctor, you don't buy a tub of butter, popcorn, or ice. So those two don't make sense together. Yesterday, you might have gone to see a car. Perhaps you needed to buy a car. But when you go to get a car, your mom does not buy you a tub of butter, popcorn, or ice. Okay, those happen when we are at the movies. Okay, so yesterday we went to see a movie. My mom bought me a tub of popcorn. Let's look at 3 and 4. The chapter blank was about a fighting superhero. It was really blank. Well, normally chapters are in books. The chapter book was about a fighting superhero. It was really exciting. Exciting is the best word to describe fighting superheroes. Okay. A book might feel cold. Perhaps you left a book in water and it got stinky, but that does not make sense with what the first sentence says. Questions on those? All right. Next part, it says prefix and suffix. We're working with word parts. Which word has a prefix and only a prefix underlined? I'd like for you to select B, and we're going to talk about why. You guys have studied prefixes for quite some time in your previous grades, but prefixes are parts of a word that go at the beginning of the word to change the meaning. So, for example, this word is refreshed. Re means again. Like when you redo your work, you do it again. When you retie your shoes, you tie them again. When you re-watch a movie, you watch it again. So when you refresh, you're getting fresh again. Okay? So if you refresh your drink, it means you're getting it fresh again with new ice, with a new drink. Okay, if you refresh your body after taking a shower, it means you're fresh again. Okay, so re means again. Next one is suffix. Suffixes are the opposite. They go at the end of words to change the meaning. Stopped has a suffix. Ed at the end of a word means it already happens. So if you stopped, it means you already stop. Okay, if you watched, it means you already saw or watched the movie. It happened in the past. ED makes things into the past. Okay. Synonyms and antonyms, let's talk about these together. The word that we are given is dull. It tells us what it means. Dull is not having brightness or interest. Circle the word that means the same or about the same as the underlined words. Dull colors. Well, if we know that dull means not having brightness or interest, dull would mean dark. If it is not bright, that would mean that it is dark. Okay? We're not going to choose bright because our definition right here literally says not having brightness. So we can't say bright. When we go to the opposite, it would be bright. The opposite of a dull color would be having brightness or a bright color. So the opposite of dark is bright. Any other questions? Okay. Those are all of the vocabulary skills that will be covered on IREAD. There's a listening section, and then there are reading parts where you're looking for the meanings of words. All right? Okay. Let's move on to slide 3. This is a fiction component. Levin, a question?
Would we have to do IREAD in the school?
You do. Yep. The state of Indiana requires that the test be given in a controlled testing environment, which has to be at a school.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. Slide 3. This is where we're going to start our fiction comprehension section. Okay. On slide 3, you will see the text. On slide 4, you will see the questions. We've done find the evidences before. We've attacked the question before. You guys are going to be very familiar with what's expected here, okay? Our directions say, read a question on slide 4 and attack it. Read the passage for evidence with the question in mind. Find and highlight evidence in the color shown by the question. Repeat steps 1 through 3 until all questions are answered, okay? Aiden G, a question?
So do we have to wear a mask?
Yep.
Mask if we're going there?
You do. Okay. Slide 3 has our text. Let's go figure out what we're going to read. Now, here is why I am showing you the questions first. Let's say I start reading this whole text, and then I go to a question, and the answer for that question is all the way back here, and I completely forgot what it was about. The reason we read the question first is so we know what we're looking for. It gives our brain a focus point. Okay, so slide 4, it says blue. Get a blue color, please. This says, who had switched the bags of cereal? This is a who question. We are looking for a name of a character of some kind. Who did what? Who switched the bags of cereal? Okay, so as we read, we're going to stop when we find the person who switched the bags of cereal. Okay, if I am writing, you are writing, so make sure you have attacked that question. We have boxed our keyword. We have underlined our clue words. Who had switched the bags of cereal? All right. I want you to show me on your camera saying stop with your hand when you hear who switched the cereal. Okay, here we go. I woke up to my alarm, feeling much sleepier than usual. That's strange, I thought, but it was almost time for school. So I jumped out of bed and started getting ready. Just then, my mom poked her head around the door. April Fools, she said cheerfully. It's not 7:30, it's 6:30. Mom, I whined, that's mean. Oh, it's just for fun, she replied. It's April Fool's Day. An hour later, I got up at the real time. I trudged downstairs to the kitchen and grabbed my box of cornflakes cereal. But as I started to pour from the box, cereal with little marshmallows came out instead. Mom must have switched the bags inside the cereal boxes. Yes, good, good, good. So let's highlight it. Mom must have switched the bags inside the cereal boxes. And guess what, guys? I do not have to finish reading the story right now because I have that answer. So I just saved myself some time on this timed test. So let's go back, now that we have our answer, Mom, to our next question. So we're not even going to finish reading the story. We're going to go see if we can find the answer to the next question. Okay, here we go. 4, this is yellow. Switch to your yellow. What did he wrap around the faucet We're looking for what? That means we're looking for a noun. It sounds like in this situation, we're going to be looking for a thing, something that was wrapped around the faucet, okay? What did he wrap around the faucet? So we're going to listen for faucet inside of the text. I haven't read anything about a faucet yet. I've read about an alarm clock. I've read about cereal boxes. So I have just saved myself time because I'm not going to start at the beginning. I already read this and I know it's not there. So I'm going to keep reading where I stopped to find the rest of the answer. Mom, come on, I shouted. She giggled and gave me the right kind. While Mom woke up my little sister, I had a brilliant idea. I grabbed a rubber band out of the junk drawer and wrapped it around the faucet. No one's telling me to stop. What did he wrap around the faucet? Right here, a rubber band. A rubber band out of the junk drawer and wrapped it around the faucet. So on IREAD, we would go select the answer that said rubber band. Okay? And I'm going to stop reading because I'm ready for my next question. Okay? Slide 4. This is a red question. Get your red color ready, please. Where did the narrator eat breakfast? This is a where question. We're looking for a place. Okay, we're looking for the name of a place. Now we are looking for where he ate breakfast. Now, I have also just saved myself time because the narrator has already eaten breakfast. Remember, he was going to have cornflakes, but his mom switched it for cereal with marshmallows. So I'm going to go look back where that is in the story and find the name of the place. So let's go back. Here we go. This is where they switch the bags of cereal. So I'm going to read around. I'm going to look up. Let's see. An hour later, I got up at the real time. I trudged downstairs to the kitchen and grabbed my box of cornflake cereal. Good. I'm seeing some of you say stop because we just heard that he ate a cereal downstairs in the kitchen. Okay. So again, because I read my question, I knew where in the text to look. I didn't have to waste time going back to the beginning and reading until the end because I already knew where it was. Okay. So we found our red answer. On IREAD, we would go click on the answer choice that says the kitchen. Any questions so far? Okay. Let's look at our next question. It's purple. Get your purple color ready. Why did the wrong cereal come out? Guys, look, we already know the answer to this. We're looking for the reason. Why did the wrong cereal come out? Look at this, guys. The question already answered itself. Look right here. Someone switched the bags of cereal. We wouldn't even have to read the text. The questions told us the answer. That's crazy. Okay, why'd they come out? Because somebody switched the bags of cereal. We got to go find our evidence for it, though. Okay? How many of you guys remember reading why the wrong cereal came out? Look, it's right here. That's right. It's already highlighted. Double highlight that. I'm going to highlight underneath it. Mom must have switched the inside of the cereal boxes. Okay? Sometimes your answer will be in the same place, and that's okay. We already found that. Again, do you see how reading the question saves you time? Because I already knew where the question or what the question was, I didn't waste my time reading the last part of this text because I know the answer was before then. When you're taking timed tests, you want to use strategy. Reading the question first is a strategy. Okay. Let's look back at our questions. We're switching to green now. Get your green ready. How did he feel when he awoke? This is a how question. We're looking for a way. What way did he feel when he awoke? Okay, so we're looking for a feeling when he woke up. Okay, a feeling when he woke up. Guess what? We already know when he woke up. That was how the story started. So again, I'm not going to waste my time reading the ending of the story right now because I know he woke up at the beginning. So let's get our green highlighter and go back to the beginning and find out how he feel. I woke up to my alarm feeling, look at that, feeling, see that? Feeling much sleepier than usual. The question said, how did he feel? Our answer says feeling. They match, okay? Much sleepier. So on IREAD, we would click on the answer choice that says much sleepier. Questions? Okay, let's take a look at number 4 again. This is our final question. It is orange. Grab your orange, please. When did the narrator wake up? When did the narrator wake up? That's what we're going to take a look at. We need when. That means we're looking for a time. And the time we're looking for is when they woke up. Okay, when they woke up. All right, I'm refreshing here. Okay. Make sure you guys are attacking that question. Josh, you need to box your keywords, underline your clue words. If I'm doing it, you are doing it. Okay, here we go. When did the narrator wake up? Guys, we already read about when he woke up. At the beginning, we just found out he was sleepier, and then let's see. April Fool, she said cheerfully, it's not 7:30, it's 6:30. So we would click on 6:30 because that's when Mom tricked him into waking up at 6:30. Now again, I want to emphasize to you why we read these questions first. We didn't even get to this bottom paragraph. None of our answers were in that bottom paragraph. If we had just started reading the story, we would have wasted time and we would have forgotten how to find the answers quickly. So we are always going to read the question first. Look at your first step. Read the question. That is because it's going to help you focus your brain on finding the answers. Okay? All right, that's the fiction section. How are we feeling? Feeling okay? 11, question?
Is this for a grade?
What we're doing right now, no, this is practice for IREAD. I want you to see how IREAD looks. I want you to hear how IREAD sounds. Okay? All right. Let's take a look at slide 5. Slide 5 says, complete slides 6 and 7 independently. You're going to read the entire text, solving tricky words. You're going to read a question. You're going to find and highlight evidence in the color shown. You're going to repeat steps 2 and 3 until all questions are answered. Again, we're going to check your work after you finish. Okay? So take a look at slide 6. This is nonfiction. This is a text about something or someone that does exist in the real world. Okay? The questions appear at the bottom. Notice on slide 6, you have 2 questions. An orange question where you will highlight orange evidence, a green question where you will highlight green evidence. You will also take this little orange dot and move it to the correct answer to mark your choice. Same thing with the green. Find your evidence and highlight it. Move the green square to your choice. On slide 7, you have 2 different questions. One is purple, one is yellow. You'll find the answer to highlight. You will move the dot to the correct answer choice. Okay? You're going to complete slides 6 and 7 independently by yourself in a breakout room with no one else. Okay? There are 4 questions. There is a text. I'm going to give you 8 minutes. Okay? 8 minutes to find the answers, highlight your evidence, and make sure you're correct. Okay? 8 minutes in a breakout room by yourself. Here we go. Alrighty, let's take a look at what your answers should have been. Here are the correct answers for slide 6. Check your work. The orange question says, which of these sentences from the passage does not tell how a penguin moves? Does not, okay? The first answer choice, waddling is a way that a penguin moves. In the second answer choice, it says if they move quickly. So that tells you it is moving. The third answer choice says some kinds of penguins make a nest. There's nothing about how their bodies move there. It says what they do. It doesn't say how they move. Next one, in the water, they use their webbed feet to help them swim. Swimming is a movement. Okay, so the third answer choice is how they do not move. They build a nest. That's not how they move. Okay. Green question says the author writes that penguins use their flippers to help them move swiftly through the cold water. Which of these words means the same thing as swiftly? Right up here is where the text says that. Right after it says they swim as well as fish, seals, and whales. So they're able to swim swiftly and they swim well. So that means they can swim quickly. Okay. They are able to swim quickly through the cold water. We can tell that because they can move like fish, seals, and whales. And fish, seals, and whales do not move carefully, slowly, or safely. They move quickly. Okay. Any questions on slide 6 or slide 6? We're about to do 7 next. Okay, let me see how you did. You did pretty well. You got them both right. You got one of them right. You didn't do well at all. You got to practice this week. And it's day 1 of it, so we're all right. Okay. Let's take a look at slide 7. These are your correct answers for slide 7. Check your work. The purple question says the word krill means, right here, I have the word krill in the text. If I look right before it, it says penguins eat shrimp-like animals called krill. It tells us what they are right there, shrimp-like animals. That should have been your choice. Yellow, which of the following is a true fact about penguins? The only one that we can find in the text is that penguins use their wings to help them swim. The text tells us penguins are good swimmers, so the fact that they're not is not true. Penguins are exactly like other birds. Nope, right here it says they are different. Penguins are only raised by their mothers. Nope. Right in the text, it talks about how they are raised by their fathers. The mother and father penguin feed the baby. Okay, so the third one, penguins use their wings to help them swim, is the correct fact. Okay. All right, guys. Today, you are going to complete practice sections independently. Slides 8, 9, 10, and 11 are your work. You're going to practice with a fiction text on slides 8 and 9. You are going to practice vocabulary skills on slides 10 and 11. On slide 10, there is a play symbol. The play symbol is there because you have to hear it read out loud to you.
Which word has the same beginning sound as gnome?
Okay, so
Which
you'll
word
listen to
has
it. You'll choose the correct answer. After you have finished your work, please watch slides 12 and 13. After you have finished your work, please watch slides 12 and 13. Okay? So your independent work is slides 8, 9, 10, and 11, and to watch the videos on slides 12 and 13. Any questions about your practice today? All right.